Have you ever thought in your mind, or even spoken out loud, that you're too scared to leave the relationship you're in because of fear of what he or she may do to you? If so, you can't miss this video. Hi friends, Ashley Berges here, and I'm glad you've joined me for this new video series on specific situations that we find ourselves in toxic/addicted relationships. This first specific situation is when you're too scared to leave him or her in fear of the retaliation or in fear of what they're going to do to you if you do leave. Okay. I hear this often in my office. Men and women talking about how they haven't left a toxic relationship because they don't know what's going to happen, because they're too scared. They don't know how the other person's going to retaliate. So they feel as though if they just stick in the relationship, things will get better. Okay? So I want to talk about the specific situation piece by piece, and so it makes it easier for you to understand the cycle. Okay, so in this specific situation, usually our minds begin to think that if we stay in the situation, it's going to get better. Our mind tells us we should just stick around because you know what? Things will smooth out. Everybody's going to calm down. And I think to some degree, because of our ego, we believe that the other person will begin to understand where we're coming from. Okay? First off, we're dealing with codependency in this situation because we're codependent and addicted to the relationship, no matter how toxic it has become. Okay? The other interesting thing is that we have a false hope holding us into this relationship because we falsely hope that things will just turn around. And I feel that there's many levels of why we have that false hope. One, we don't want a failed relationship. A bit of that's ego because we want to believe that we're successful in everything. Two, we're addicted to the relationship, and because of that addiction, we really don't see the truth and the red flags. And last but not least, because of the codependency involved in this relationship, we can't see our life away from this person, keeping us in this cycle, this fear cycle, and assuming that it's going to get better. Okay, so if we're not assuming it's going to get better, and we really don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, the other reason why we stay in the situation is we're actually scared of leaving the situation because we know what's happening. And what I mean by that is we're scared to leave the known for the unknown. Okay? And a lot of times when people are in toxic relationships, it's not the first one, and it probably won't be the last one, unfortunately, until the personal work is done to understand mind, body, spirit. Okay? Because otherwise we just jump in from relationship to relationship because of why? Fear of being alone. And so a lot of times the fear of being alone keeps us in these toxic relationships, and we just keep telling ourselves that they'll get better so that we stick in it. The next reason why we stay in the situation is because part of us actually wants the relationship to work. None of us want a failed relationship. None of us are out there saying, I want another unsuccessful relationship. No, we actually want the relationship to work, so we'll stay on even past a relationship's prime just to see if we can turn the ship around. And the last reason why we stay in this particular situation is that we're addicted to the relationship. We can't see our life without this person, no matter how toxic it's become to yourself and every single person around you. Okay, when we get addicted to a relationship, no matter how bad it gets, we stick in it. An addictive relationship is pretty much like an addiction to a drug. When somebody's addicted to a drug, they're not thinking about anything else. They're just thinking about getting that drug. If you're addicted to the relationship, all you can think about is being in that relationship, no matter how bad it is. And so really, if you find yourself in this situation where you've told yourself, I can't leave because I'm scared of what they're going to do next, or I'm scared of the retaliation, you've got to really think about that. One, is it really going to get better? Or is that just partly the codependency and the ego and the fear of the unknown actually making you feel that way? Also, is it also a fear of getting to know yourself? Because when we're in these toxic relationships, there's a reason for it. We really haven't gotten to know ourselves. We've probably jumped from relationship to relationship. And also, we just don't want to be alone. And so I know that it's a serious situation you're in, but you really have to contemplate. Are you ready to learn more about yourself? And are you ready to let go of a toxic relationship to begin to find who you truly are? I have more videos coming up in the series on specific situations that you will find yourself in toxic and addictive relationships, and what you can do to deal with that situation and to successfully get through it, but also to understand why you're doing something and why you've chosen a specific path, so that you're not only educated, knowledgeable, but you understand that you made the wise choice. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and give us a like if you've liked this video, and also comment on this if you've been in a specific situation and maybe the wake-up call that you found yourself in when you finally left, stopped being scared, and decided to stand on your own 2 feet and find who you truly are. Don't forget, you know it, don't forget to live your true life.